Don't mess with anything. What are you doing? Don't touch those eggs. What are you doing? What? I go die in shame now. I'm in Salad and I saw Alien. It is directed by Ridley Scott, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. The movie starts with following a few people who are on an expedition from a planet back to Earth, and it makes me think of some questions already, like, we're at a point where humans can do space travel, and we're still at a point where humans can fall for the dumbest tricks that are obviously traps and you shouldn't go near them, but because of protocol you have to. More on that later. I do like the crew. They each have personalities of their own, especially the women. They have 2 personalities. That's a tit joke. They receive a distress call from a planet, and the planet's like, hey, we need help, blah blah blah. And according to protocol, they're supposed to go investigate it, like thinking it's some sort of human on an stranded planet or something. I don't know what the logic is for all these rules to exist, but Ridley is just like, I just got it. I just have to follow them, of course. They're protocol. Protocol is here for a reason. On one hand, I agree with the protocol because it might be a human there, but on the other hand, I don't necessarily agree with it because it could be some dangerous species trying to lure you in to eat you for dinner, lunch, snacks, and breakfast. Of course, they have to go to the planet. And of course, we gotta send a couple of people down to that planet to go investigate these eggs. And while I'm watching this guy investigate this planet, I'm like, don't mess with anything. What are you doing? Don't touch those eggs. What are you doing? What? I go die in shame now. Bye-bye. Of course, this guy just has to touch the egg and get his face sucked on. Oh, man. This sucks. This sucks for these people because this guy is most definitely dead. When I saw this guy being face hugged, I'm like, okay, this is clearly a trap. This must be some way for these species to repopulate their species, is to lure a bunch of other species dumber than them and make sure they lay eggs, hug their faces, lay eggs, more laying eggs, lots of laying eggs, spread their eggs all over the place. And here I am just like, oh wow, this alien race just outsmarted these humans because they also are able to create a distress beacon for the humans to pick up on, which is no good because they're gonna die. They're gonna do all the dying in the world and no one can save them. No one can hear you scream in space. Speaking of that quote, I didn't know this quote was from Alien. So when I drew a Steven Universe fan art with Steven Universe alone in a bubble, I was like, hey, I like that line. So I included it, and now, wow, it exists. Look at it. Look at it in all its glory. I didn't even know this was from Alien. I think I just heard the quote on Tumblr or something, and I was like, yo, that's edgy. I'm gonna take it. The chain of command is so wonky. Like, no one is listening to Ridley because she's a 3rd officer, but we do have a captain who's like, oh, just let him in. And Ridley's like, no, don't. No, don't you know standard procedure? We already followed standard procedure, and this is what happened. We're gonna not follow standard procedure this time. No way. We're gonna let him in. And I'm like, no. I love the alien. I love the practical effects. Trying to cut the alien egg thing off of his face just reveals a really big face hugger, and I'm like, oh, yikes, oh no. And then the doctors are freaking out. What are we gonna do? I don't know. What are you gonna do? Wait, don't stay in there. They're going to infect you too, and this alien has acid blood. I'm like, throw the guy away. Oh no, we have to lose a mate. Oh no, we're going to have to lose the mate in order to save the rest of the ship. But everyone's like, we gotta save this guy. And in order to do that, they accidentally let loose an alien guy. Knowing that the guy who got face hugged has a giant alien burst out of his chest just makes me think, oh, so the egg juice was going into his mouth. Like, that is not tasty. I wonder what it tasted like. Like, that's honestly what I was thinking while I was watching this. What are the juices tasted like? Are they like pineapple? We just have a little guy over here. He's just so tiny. What a tiny little guy. Oh, look at him go. Oh, we go run. Oh, we gotta go find him. How much time is required for this little guy to turn into a fully grown adult? And it's not that much time. It just makes me feel scared. I'm like, no, you guys gotta shoot it with a shotgun right now, or else it's gonna take over the entire ship, and no one shoots the thing with the shotgun. You know what they do instead? They go off one by one to go investigate for the cat, and then they get eaten by the alien instead. And then the alien is an adult now and lays more eggs. Just keeps laying eggs. And I'm like, no, stop that. You're not allowed to reproduce. Use a condom, dang it. At this point in the movie, it seems like Ridley's the only one who's thinking with her noggin. Everyone else is thinking from either pride, like, I gotta go get this thing. Or stupidity. Not pairing up is a major reason why the entire ship collapsed to this thing. I think they should have paired up, not split apart at all, and then the ship would be saved. But no, they just had to be alone, and that's why every one of them died. This situation is completely avoidable. Nobody had to die. Saying you're going to follow protocol and then not following protocol after all is why everyone dies in this movie. No deaths were necessary. I do like Ripley, man, their names are so similar. You know, I think that Ripley and Ridley are pretty much the same character. I know Ridley's the director, but I feel like in some weird way, Ripley could be a self-insert character of Ridley. Bam! As a strong, independent woman. She thinks like a man, so this theory has some legs. I like how Ripley's the only one who survives. She first wanted to go to the place because of procedure, and then to follow procedure, she wants to leave those guys in quarantine, but just the one guy who got face-hugged, plus a couple other people who might have gotten face-hugged if they were left in this quarantine room with the guy, but nope, let's just not follow protocol. It was not her choice to open the quarantine, so I gotta say that it's not her fault that any of this happened. It's only her fault that she went here in the first place, but that's because it's standard procedure. And you know what you gotta do with standard procedure? You gotta follow it. She sets the ship to self-destruct and has these cool little suitcases and goes to the pod where only one person can fit, the escape pod, and luckily she's one person. Luckily we don't have to deal with two people, but that is a roomy escape pod. Oh my goodness, we even have room for an alien. After the ship has exploded, the alien pops back up, and I'm like, there's enough room for more people here? Are you serious? Only one person was allowed here? Anyway, I find it courageous and brave and strong that she defeats the alien. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is a great, strong female character in media. She's the last woman standing, and she utterly defeats this thing. By the way, great shot of her in panties. Love those hips. Those hips don't lie. I honestly thought the movie was gonna end with the ship exploding, and then, oh wow, the bad guy's never dead. Looks like he's here, and you gotta defeat him, and now he's dead actually for real. And I'm just like, oh, you gotta go to Earth to explain what happened to all your mates. Luckily you have that journal, but oof, good luck. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if people on Earth blamed her for whatever disaster occurred, not gonna lie, and then she gets arrested because humanity, that's why. This movie does tension so well. My eyes were glued to the screen. I was just like, yo, what's gonna happen? Please tell me more. What? Okay, I feel that something is here. There's barely any music in some of the scenes where they're just walking through the hallway, and I'm like, okay, there's gonna be something here. And then a noise happens. I'm like, oh, we gotta go over there, something's over there. Or maybe just a tiny bit of music, and I'm like, oh, they're building the tension. Something is happening. Something is coming. Please do not get us. Please. Oh no, please do not get them. Oh no, they got. For a second, I honestly thought she was going to sacrifice her cat, but she didn't, which makes me happy. Great transitions. Great shot composition. Great directing. Great acting, especially at the part where we have the chest guy pop off the chest. I do know that those actors weren't prepared to see that, and so those are their actual reactions, which is fun. I liked that. I was like, I bet this movie is great on a second watch. I just want to watch this movie again, knowing all the things that I know about it now. Like, watching this, I'm like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen some videos dissecting some scenes about Alien, but nothing specific to the plot, nothing specific to what happens in each scene. But now watching this movie, I'm just like, yes, I'm so happy I've finally seen it. And I can say for sure that I've seen Alien. I've seen it, guys. I've seen it. Which Alien is your favorite movie? Let me know in the comments below. I gotta give this movie like a solid 9 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer. So if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. Like to request a movie in the comments below. You can do that. You can fast track a movie review at patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month. $3 a month. How to draw Pokemon tutorials, plus they're early and first, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like to help support daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree. Find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So you can go here, and until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later, my Sakutans, big bits.